What's up, Libra? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Okay, guys, so this is going to be your July mid-month reading. So let's see what's been going on with you. And for anyone who is waiting on a personal reading or who wants to get a personal reading, please listen to what I have to say about personal readings at the end, just so that we're all caught up, okay? So, all right, guys, let's get right into things. So what is happening with my Libras? July mid-month 2018, so around July 15th to August 15th. And this will be for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. We'll look at this card. So we have the Three of Wands in the reverse and the Hierophant in the reverse that popped out. So an area in your life where you're not expanding anymore, but you weren't meant to expand there. You weren't meant to be there. It wasn't meant for you. All right. And something the universe had to pull away from you because it just wasn't going to fit your lifestyle or your life. So let's see what's going on, Libras. Alright guys, so let's talk about this. So the energy that we have here is a Hermit card. Alright, so you guys could be in a mode where you're really withdrawing yourself from maybe a person, from something that you were dealing with. Now, with the Hermit, this is someone who's extremely wise, and they're not going to move out of this bubble until they feel like there is a concept that they fully understand, until they feel like there's a way to move forward that makes the most logical sense. Behind that, we have the Page of Swords. Alright? And the Queen of Swords behind that. Let's look as well, at this Queen of Swords in the reverse. Now, with the Queen of Swords in the reverse, whether you're male or female, there could be something that you're dealing with or may deal with, in this time that really puts you on edge, where you really just have to guard yourself from someone or from some sort of situation, and it's like you're at that place where you're ready to snap at any moment. What I do like is with the Page of Swords, you guys are having absolutely no problem speaking your mind. I say it over and over and over again that the Page of Swords is my favorite communicator because I just like knowing the truth. I just like knowing what's going on. And with that Page of Swords, they're going to tell you how it is, whether it's an uncomfortable topic or something that's comfortable to talk about. So let's get into things. Now, the first card that you guys have for the past is the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So something that was making you unhappy, something that was not stable for you. This could also be a sense of faking your happiness with something. Maybe having an unstable household but going out with a smile on your face. All right. And with the Seven of Swords, secrets that you're holding in regards to this unhappiness. Or maybe secrets that are causing the unhappiness. And you have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, it could mean reconciliation or getting into a new relationship for some cases, but that's not what I'm feeling here. I'm feeling that whether it was you or someone that you were speaking to, there's someone in your life that was just being a leech, okay? Somebody that was drawing all your energy. This is someone who feels very entitled. This is someone who feels like things have to be done in their way. This is the person from My Super Sweet 16 who gets a Lamborghini in yellow, not pink, so now she is cursing daddy out. This is that sort of energy, okay? The next card that we have is the Three of Wands in the reverse. So you weren't comfortable with that. You're like, nope, I can't grow here, I can't do this. Whether you had that energy or someone else had that energy, you just didn't want to deal with whatever brought you to that, if that was the case. And you have the Fool card in the reverse, so it just wasn't a good idea. It wasn't worth the risk. If you would have kept going down that road, it's something that you felt would have had way too many complications. And with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, you guys were at a complete standstill. Now, with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, it's someone who is very practical when it comes to the things that they do in life. But they're not going to move forward until they feel like there's a practical route. And at this point, you didn't feel like there was. You just knew that there was something you had to get yourself out of because your soul wasn't kicking with it. Your soul was not cool with this. All right? And that's the best thing that could have happened. The realization that this is not where I need to be. This is not what I need to be messing around with right now. And you guys have the Wheel of Fortune, meaning that with that realization, life takes a huge turn, but for the better. All right, so something good comes in, and it could just be because you're realizing that this wasn't good for you. Okay, you have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse because you've realized I've put so much time and investment into this, but I have not gotten what I needed. All right, for some of you, maybe you're dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that was feeling that way towards you. But somebody here just felt like, look, this is too much. I've given it my all, my blood, sweat, and tears. You know, I've been stable. I've been ride or die. I've been doing so much for you, and you gave me nothing. Okay, so somebody feels that way. And we have the Eight of Swords, where the biggest setback at this point is what's in your mind. You know, the mental. This is someone that feels completely stuck. But the fire's behind them. It's not close enough to burn them. They can literally just walk away. They don't have to be engulfed in those flames that could get closer. All right? And you find balance. Okay? So for a lot of you, you could say, Lissette, that was such a shitty situation. I did not feel good at all leaving that. But the universe is rejoicing that you did. The universe is rejoicing that you realized that something wasn't good enough to stay in. Okay, sometimes a triumph isn't something that's going to have us laughing all day. Sometimes a triumph is getting out of something really crappy. Okay, now in your present moment, you have the Empress card in the reverse where there's something that you're choosing not to move forward with, or a start that you're choosing not to have. Okay, and with the Four of Swords in the reverse, you have thought about this. It's not a decision that you made overnight. It's something that you've really weighed out. And you guys know how Libras are. You guys are really going to think empirically about what it is that you're doing in life. It has to make sense. There has to be some sort of connection as to why I am or why I'm not doing this. Okay? It can't just be myth or feeling. It has to make logical sense. All right? And with the High Priestess in the reverse, your soul was not at ease with this. You were in a place where you were constantly questioning yourself, where there's these red flags, these warning flags, all this crap going on around you, and it's like you could have been trying to make excuses for it, okay, or for why you should stay around it. But with the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, you're finally getting to a place that you're guarding yourself from anything that's making you feel this way. Now, the next card that you have is the Six of Wands in the reverse. So you're not proud of how things ended. You don't feel like you had a victory with this, okay, but sometimes things aren't about winning. There's certain things that if we win in them, we end up losing so much. We end up losing ourselves, you know, our identity. But there's new starts that are available to you. All right, so you have the Ace of Pentacles. So now that you didn't have success in something in your life, you're able to build something solid. You're able to build something long term. Will this be built overnight? No, because with the Ace of Pentacles, it's not that it's a slow energy, but it's a very wise energy. And whoever, you know, moves forward with this energy, they're not thinking about, oh, how can I make money to get me through the next month? No, this is, how do I get money to get me through the next 20, 30 years without having to touch any sort of job or work for anyone? That's that kind of energy. They're not building for next week. They're building for life. And that is what you guys are going towards because of something that didn't work out. And we have the Queen of Wands. So there could be a fire sign involved in all this. Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So for some of you, maybe there's a fire sign that you're having some sort of new start with. Doesn't have to be romantic. Maybe it's some sort of partnership. And it's at a time where you're feeling a huge loss in abundance. But this is something that makes you very happy, especially since you've gotten yourself out of something toxic. Now, for a lot of you, yes, it could be someone who's very passionate, somebody who is there to help you out. For others of you, you're literally becoming the Queen of Wands. And when I see the Wands too, they are entrepreneurs. They are people that do things from the heart, out of passion. This isn't someone that you see, you know, doing a 9-to-5, very mundane sort of job. This is someone that says, oh my God, I love guitars. What if I learn how to make them and I send them, you know, free guitars to kids in Africa? It's that sort of thing. That's taking a passion and running with it, whatever it is. Okay, not saying that 9 to 5s can't offer that, but it'll be your journalists. It'll be people that are really creating, okay, creating something unique. So there's something big that you're going towards here. And it's all thanks to what didn't work out. So I just don't want you guys to be too stuck on what didn't work out, because you have beautiful opportunities opening up. And that's a huge sign that you have to keep in mind. This did not work out. And once I got out of it, opportunities came into my life. Those opportunities weren't there when this was around you. So that's a sign of what's supposed to be and what's not supposed to be in your life. Okay, I've been so hard-headed in the past. I'm a Taurus, so that's just my nature. But I've been very hard-headed in the past about people that weren't supposed to be in my life. And I kept making excuses for them. But the truth was, when I kicked them out of my life, the come-up was so real. And it was because I didn't have an energy that was holding me back. All right, now you have the King of Pentacles here. So Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So maybe for some of you, things aren't working out with them, and there's a sense of you not talking to them anymore, okay? Or maybe someone stops talking to you, but it was just too unstable. You got yourself out of it. You decided to take a solo route, okay? Now moving forward into the future, the first card that we have is the Strength card. So with the Strength card, this is going to be maybe a Leo that you're dealing with, but a strong sense of resiliency that you have in a situation. Really standing your ground, you know, having a strong backbone here. And what do we have here? We have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Ace of Cups. So there's some sort of betrayal or harsh ending that's happening. But because it's happening, it's opening up a door for you that you're going to be so emotionally fulfilled by. For a lot of you, you're not seeing the good in this just yet. The door is just opening up for you, okay? But this is going to be something that you look back in, you know, maybe a few months, maybe a year or two, and you're going to be like, holy crap, I'm so happy that didn't work out. There's no way I would have had everything I have right now if that worked out, okay? And we have the Three of Swords in the reverse. So you're in a place where you're moving forward in life, but there's still some pain that you're feeling. For the most part, a lot of you may try to suppress it. You know, go out, smile, hang out with your friends, say that you're fine, that sort of thing. Okay? But it's due to someone or something that you're not involved with anymore at this point, with that Eight of Wands in the reverse. And you have the Five of Cups. So yeah, you're feeling a loss. Yes, you're feeling a burden. But guess what? You're not fighting anymore, okay? You're not fighting at all. True story, guys. I was in a very abusive relationship about maybe 7 to 5 years ago, okay? This person took everything from me, and it was, when I say physically abusive, I'm talking about I was pregnant and I was getting my ass beat. And this man just took so much, to the point where he stole my car, and to this day I cannot prove it. And that car had almost all the clothing I owned. So not only did he take everything away from what was now a single parent, but it's just like, damn, you literally took away my way to get around. You took away all my clothing. I had to start over, and I was broke. My account was negative. It was the worst situation ever. And I remember getting back to New York, because I had moved out of state to be with this person. I moved back to New York, and I was having a conversation with my friends, and they were like, Lissette, oh my God, you lost everything. How are you okay with this? And I'm like, guys, I'm out. I am out. I am alive, and I am out. I don't give a fuck about that car. I don't care about those clothing. All those material things that can be bought again. And guess what? Not too long after, I bought a car fresh of the year, right off the lot. I can go and buy anything I want now. I don't have to look at price tags when I go into stores. And the anger that that person gave me for treating me like absolute shit, I used that anger and I turned it into something productive. And now I have everything that he wishes he could have. So that's why we kind of have to thank the people that put us through shitty circumstances, because sometimes that is the push that we need to realize how freaking powerful and awesome we can be as a person. Sometimes you just need a reminder to get there, okay? Now, the last card you guys have for the future is the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So this is either going to be a promiscuous energy that you're dealing with, possibly if you're dealing with the fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, or somebody that's just very unreliable. You know, this is someone that could be the best salesperson in their department. Let's say they're a car salesman, but when it comes to the person coming to pick up the car, them having to clean up the car, do those little tiny details, they don't show up, they're not there. So somebody else has to finish it for them. So they have the potential to do great, but they're not stable enough to be doing a lot of great things at that moment. And we have the Four of Wands in the reverse, so this is causing a lot of instability, whether it's an energy that you guys are taking on or that somebody has around you, all right? But you guys aren't taking it. Look, it's coming up as a Queen of Swords in the reverse. So, I mean, the Queen of Swords in the reverse, she's a tough cookie, okay? She or he, because anyone could take on these energies. Now, this could come... the energy of the Queen of Swords can come out in two ways. One, either you're going to be super petty and you're going to take the problems and you're going to make them worse than what they are. And Libra, I don't suggest that, because anybody who puts you here does not deserve your energy. Or two, they're going to come at you with some bullshit and you're going to be like, hell the F no. You're good. I'm good. I'm not going to do this. And you're ready to swing that sword. And they might be like, damn, this person is really being a bitch right now. It's like, hell yeah, I'm being a bitch. Do you see what you're doing? Do you think that I want this? Who do you think I am? Absolutely not. I'm a queen. I'm a king. And I can do so much in life. So I'm not going to let you hold me back from that anymore. All right? Sorry, guys. I'm like so super hyped today. So I'm giving these readings so much emotion from my heart and from my soul. Now, Libras, I love you guys to death. I bought a new Oracle deck, and I'm really, really excited to be using it for the first time in these readings, because I feel like I just overused the Earth Magic Oracle deck too much. But my new deck, we have the Oracle of Visions by Caro Marchetti. For anyone that reads tarot or is into anything like that, I absolutely love all his work. There's nothing that this guy has created that I am not absolutely head over heels obsessed with. So that is like my favorite artist when it comes to tarot. But let's see what Oracle card is going to come out and what guidance is going to be coming in. Okay, now bear with me, because I got this deck yesterday and it's like it's bigger than my hand. So let's see what pops up here. Okay, so let's see what this is about. For anyone into numerology, number 15. So let's see what this figure has to offer in regards of guidance. Farewell, goodbyes, closure. Forever and forever, farewell, Cassius. If we do meet again, why shall we smile? If not, why then this parting was well made. That's William Shakespeare on Julius Caesar. But what the card talks about is, this card portrays a farewell, which might be a final parting or a temporary goodbye. A tragic loss or simply a turned page could be leading to a new future. This woman's sober expression gives us no clue as to the content of her envelope. A farewell message, yes, but one received or to be given. The rose suggests a possible lover's separation, but is it a final goodbye or a temporary one? Until next time? Either way, as any airport scene will demonstrate, departure lounges tend to be sadder than arrivals. The birds flying in the background suggest that a return is in the future. Our lives are a constant flow of farewells to people, places, and things. Some with regret, but some with enthusiasm, as they are replaced with new options. How perfect is this, guys? So there's something that's really just going to leave. Okay, something that is just not meant to be in your life anymore. And I really want you guys to take all the lessons that you've learned here, whether it's been super painful and like the cards, or you know, like the books are tragic, or something where you did have a lot of smiles and you did have a lot of good times. Take out what you're supposed to learn. What's going to help me to be a better person? What are signs and certain, you know, things that I can look for to avoid getting into this sort of thing again? Take all of that from you, because the universe, it's very powerful when it comes to teaching us lessons and to helping us evolve, because it's going to keep giving us certain things until we finally understand. So for those of you that this has been a long journey, that you're just done, that you're just so ready to let it go, car, close it, you know, all of it, you have to tell yourself, okay, I'm ready to let this all go. But I need to be smart, and I need to know how I got myself into this in the first place, because now you're able to really move forward into something powerful. So if you feel so defeated, that's okay. All right, the fact that you feel pain, the fact that you feel stress, the fact that there's something that's really causing you a lot of anguish, that means you have a heart. That means that your heart works, and that means that you are brave enough to try to expand your heart to certain people or certain circumstances. And it didn't work out. But that doesn't make you a shitty person. That doesn't make you a failure. That doesn't make you someone who's not able to get whatever they want in life. That just didn't work. All right, so see it as, okay, I've tried this. I know it doesn't work. So in the future, I don't have to try anything like this because I know it doesn't work. So that's, you're ruling out so much that is not meant for you. Okay, and I think the most important thing to understand, and especially with me reading tarot, because the truth of the matter is I deal with a lot of anxious people, people who need answers, people that need guidance. When someone comes at me very angry or very nasty, I always remind myself, I'm so sorry for what you're going through. Because somebody who is in a good place, that is very content with themselves, that has a kind heart, that has evolved to, a very high level of maturity, both, within their emotions and spiritually, they're not going to do things like that to you. So if someone has put you in a bad place, and there's some more underlying pain that you probably have nothing to do with. Okay, so make sure that you're in a good place, because you probably were in a place where maybe you were at a lower vibration where you attracted that sort of energy. So tell yourself, look, I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to make sure that before I try another love, or before I try this gig again, or before I try to go for this job again that I didn't get the first time, I'm going to make sure that I'm in a much better space. And when you make sure that you're in a better space, that you're truly healed from what you were dealing with, that's when you can get what's supposed to come in for you. Okay, so I see this as good, guys. And I know a lot of you could be in pain while you're watching this, so I'm not saying that your pain is good, but there's nothing but pain that makes us change. Okay, and another thing I say all the time is I smile when I see people going through an immense change in their life that's causing them a lot of pain, because I know that the universe is working. When you guys go through something painful, and I get teary-eyed because I just, relate to it so much, but when you go through something so painful, I promise you that the magnitude of the pain that you go through is right, they're correlating with the level of success that you are going to have. If you guys have been broken down so hard, it's because you're supposed to succeed. It's because there's something big you're supposed to do. So don't let them win. Don't let them, laugh every time they walk by you, seeing you huddled, on the bed, under your covers, just crying your eyes out. No. You cry if you need to. You scream if you need to. You get over this. And you get your revenge by becoming successful in whichever way success is going to come to you. For some, that's money. For some, that's, spreading love around the world. Whatever success is to you, don't let that energy take it from you. Go after it and show them what they missed out on. All right, guys? Libra, I love you. I think that this was a great reading. I think that you guys are opening your eyes to a lot. So I'm really happy that you're having this transformation and that you're awakening in a sense. Okay. Now, for personal readings. So the wait time for personal readings, guys, is about 2 weeks right now. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I don't know if I said in the beginning of the video, but I'm always super, super swamped. And for the first month and a half of this summer, I was not able to take my son everywhere because I was always so busy. He'd be like, Mommy, can we go to the park? Can we go to the pool? Can we do this? Can we do that? And I'm sorry, baby. I have a lot of people who are going to be mad at me if I'm not working today. So it got to the point where I just felt so bad that I just took time off. And I am not going to be apologetic about the fact if I take an impromptu day off, okay? Because I just don't want to get so burnt out. So for those of you who are waiting on personal readings or who do get a personal reading, please just be patient. Even if it comes after the 14-day mark, just understand that I have things that are so much more important to me personally. And I got to make sure that my little man is happy and that he can go back to school and say, hey guys, I did this with my mom, okay? So that is my #1 priority right now. And I have family coming to visit, so I want to have a good summer. I have been locked in my house all summer just working and working and working and reading. That's literally all I do. So I really just need to get out. So please be patient. If you guys want to hear from me quickly, get an emergency reading. I will get it out to you within 24 hours, excluding Sundays. For anybody who's waiting on a reading, if something really hectic happened and you have to hear from me right now, you can upgrade to an emergency reading as well. So just send me an email. But again, guys, please, please, please be patient. I have people have sent me the nastiest emails, and they're just so like flabbergasted that I'm not sitting by my computer 24 hours a day. And I wish I could do that, but the day that tarot becomes so burdening for me and that people start to really despise me because of how much work I have, that's probably the day I'll stop doing it. So I don't want to get to that point, and I really want to continue to enjoy what I love. So just know that if you reach out to me for a reading, there's probably a lot of other people that reached out to me for the same reason you did. So I need you to understand that you will get an amazing reading, and I promise you guys, it's always so worth the wait. So just wait on it, and I will hook you up, I promise. Okay, I love you, I love you, I love you guys, and I will be back with your love readings next. Okay, take care, Libra.